On this episode, we are talking Fallout Season 2, Episode 7.
What device can you play Doom on now? Starfield mod scene is fixing issues faster than Bethesda. And which Fallout is right for you?
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Bethesda Unpatched. I am Joe the Wigit. This is episode number 30. The big 3-0. He's laughing because I screwed up this intro. I screwed up the hard open. It's been a great night so far. And I am joined by the co-host extraordinaire, the master of all extremeness, the space trucker Kilo.
Master of all extremeness. What's up, man? How's it going, guys?
Town.
Extreme Town it is.
We just got done with StarCon last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, it feels like it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was very recent. It was this Saturday. And actually, we got the lovely Jessica Starr actually put together a list of all of the creators and the videos that they have uploaded to their own channels, so that if you did not catch StarCon, you can still catch StarCon. And it's on No Sodium Starfield. That's the subreddit that's on. We are going to put the link in our Discord as well. Maybe we'll do it for the episode description, so you can just click right on it, so that you can go and check out anything you missed. Pretty much all of us recorded our own segments. So almost all of them are all out there, including ours, which is on our YouTube channel. And of course, wherever you get your podcasts.
And nice thing is about watching StarCon after the fact is that it's going to be all edited. So you don't get to see all the mistakes and the technical issues that occurred during StarCon.
That's true. It was off to a rough start, but I don't think I can actually say what we're working on for next year yet. But we did get confirmation that a very important portion in Starfield is going to be available for next year, which is very exciting. And we're also looking at some alternatives as far as platforms for the event to take place on. So it's been 5 days at time of recording, and we're already cooking on next year. So
off to the races.
We're very excited.
Yeah, there was several hundred people showed up for the event, came in and watched everyone talk Starfield. I want to say that
it was so much fun.
Nearly every single presenter was great. It was a great time.
Mm-hmm.
There was one that wasn't, but I will not get into that. I was tempted to completely string them up, but not going to.
Nah, because that would just draw attention to their page, and we don't want that.
Yep.
Wes Johnson was there. Jan Johns was there. It was a great conversation with Jessica Starr and a couple of other creators. Jay Duck was another one, another gentleman, Captain. And it was such a fun conversation.
We did our panel regarding the future of Starfield, and had a great time with it. Talked a lot with the chat during the whole thing. Unfortunately, King Fanman couldn't make it. He was under the weather. He was missed. It would have been awesome to have him with us, but fully understand.
Look forward to getting him next year. Well, I mean, he's dealing with that cold weather down south. It's kind of unprecedented winter in the United States right now.
Yeah, it hit everybody
where
hard.
Areas that never see snow, is getting hit with snow. Actually, I just heard that Florida is going to be in 0 degrees over the weekend.
Thankfully,
which is crazy.
Here in California, it still remains in the 60s and 70s. Well, Southern California, where I'm at.
Shut up.
Yeah, I don't like it here. California. I like the weather. That's the only thing I like about it. But anyway.
Yeah, so that's it. I don't think we have any other housekeeping.
No, nothing new exciting coming up in the near future that we're aware of. But we're rolling with this show. It's continuing on and trying to get it improved every single episode for you guys. We are on the big 3-0. So we have something special planned. News and the series.
That's pretty special. Actually, I do have special news
There is
We'll
some
get
good
into that
news.
later on. I have some very special news. King, we'll get into that later on. We can get to the regular news right now, though. How about that?
Let's do it.
Extra, extra, read all about it in the news this week.
First of all, we got free Xbox Game Pass available to claim now for a limited time.
Is that like
I
one
did
of those
read the
free
article.
trials?
It's a deal with Webtoon. They're partnering with an online comic strip platform, and all you have to do is put it's. I love this quote actually, as I was reading this earlier. You can get your hands on Game Pass for free for a very limited time. That means you can join subscribers everywhere in spending 90% of your time on Xbox trying to choose what to play and 10% actually playing something.
It's a perfect system.
Yeah, it is a little bit overwhelming option of choice.
And Xbox has a
But there's
pretty large library
huge.
coming up this year.
It's
People have been,
already massive.
yeah. I've been calling
Yeah.
2026 the year of gaming, and it looks like it's going to be that.
Mhm. Yep, and of course, almost all Bethesda games are available on there. So if you have your subscription, you're not paying anything extra for these games. And what you need to do to claim them, I believe, is you have to create an account on Webtoon and go and read the brand new Sea of Thieves comic, The Last Bite. All 5 episodes are available right now, and you have to get through all of them to claim your Game Pass. That's kind of cool. So go to Webtoon. Check out the new Sea of Thieves. I played Sea of Thieves for a while. That was a lot of fun.
I love that game. It was a blast.
I played with my kids.
You
Yeah.
got to play that game with people. You can't really play it effectively solo.
No, it's really tough to do solo. We played in that, like just us in the house going out together. It was actually really, really cool. So yeah, there you go. Go read that comic. Get it free.
Sea of Thieves.
76 update announcement. Upcoming update announcement for Fallout 76. This is
Yep.
exciting.
It's most of a bug fix update. There's
Yeah.
no new content coming in. It's just they are fixing a lot of key issues. The new category Pip-Boy acting erratically, the build menu appearing empty due to skin applied to the camp module, camp items that were purchased with gold bullion not appearing, and cryostatus effect and damage not applying to enemies. That's a big one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, and they fixed the new 4-star legendary mod Charged. Actually, it's not fixed. It's being added. There you go. There's something added. This melee-only mod charges up the weapon with primary attacks. You can release this explosive charge with a power attack. That's pretty awesome, actually.
Sounds
I've
like
never
something
tried.
you'd get on your sniper rifle.
Yeah, well, no, that's only for melee. I wish.
Well,
I know. That's
why it's
you know what? My luck is I'll get the most epic sniper rifle ever, and it will have that. It will have the other melee
Right.
buff, and I'll have my first 4-star legendary gun, and it will be with charge.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, you're right. Yeah,
The known issue is that the weekly raid challenge has been temporarily disabled due to reports that the challenge was automatically completing, which resulted in rewards not being obtainable. Thank you for all your patience as we investigate these topics, and we'll update you when we have more information on the specific date and time of the update.
I have never done the raid. I need to get with King Fanman and have him. Well, I need him to help me out to do the nuclear launch. I still need to do that because I don't have anyone else to play with. But I am eager to get into game with King. I think that would be an absolute blast. The guy is a veteran and knows his stuff, and
Yeah, he really does.
I'm level 90 and I'm a noob still. 2 level 90 characters. I'm still a noob. Alrighty, next on the list.
Well, a huge Fallout game is free for a week ahead of the TV show's season 2 finale.
That's coming up soon.
And Bethesda advertised it with Twitch Star in new commercial, which that's not entirely correct. So the game that is currently free, whether you have Game Pass or not, is Fallout 76. That's across all platforms. You can play Fallout 76 until February 4th. You can play it for free. The commercial is separate, I believe, based on, I watched it. It was done by Twitch streamer Shroud. And he's mostly known for, I think, CSGO is the game that he's mostly known for playing
yes.
online.
I have seen him play that professionally. I know
Yep,
Shroud.
yep. But the commercials absolutely hilarious. I watched it earlier, and it's him walking up with dog meat to a Red Rocket truck stop, and then all of these other dogs start popping up, and they're all different dog meats, and the whole thing is very hilarious. The dogs have their own like text dialogue, and what the dogs are are all of the different dogs you can get in the creation shop for Fallout 4, at least before they did the whole revamp. You could get dog meat as a Dalmatian or dog meat as a Rottweiler or whatever. And the dogs show up. And really it's a push for all of the games because the end screen has basically all of the major games that are obviously available. So it's definitely pushing the series as a whole.
Yeah. With Fallout 76 being free to play for a week.
Yep.
And that's on all platforms, and it is currently on sale if you choose to buy the game. So all your progress that you make in the game for your character and everything will be saved if you choose to purchase the game later. And right now it's only $8.
That's not bad at all.
Mm-mm.
That's pretty good.
Hell of a good game for $8, yeah.
Well, I just found out that although 76 is free to play, there is a bundle that you can get in the game. It's going to cost you about $30. And apparently it includes the NCR power armor from the show
The skin.
as part of this bundle. It's the Fallout 76 Mojave bundle. It also includes a Legion Legate outfit, an NCR flag, and a neon New Vegas sign, a fancy looking new super sledge, and a few other odds and ends. It's going to be about $30 US for that.
That's pretty wicked, actually, because that armor is pretty badass.
Oh, it was so sweet.
We'll get into that
The
in a little
NCR
bit, though.
Ranger helmet.
Mm-hmm.
We will. We will indeed.
I've only
So,
used power
let's
armor
see.
for a very short time in Fallout 76. I think I did it
Yeah.
one time for one quest for like maybe 30 to 40 minutes, and I got tired of it, having to recharge it, basically.
Oh, so that was the issue, is have to keep finding the fusion cores?
Mm-hmm. That, and
Gotcha.
I like being my stealthy self.
You're stealthy?
And
Snel-
walking around in
stealthy
power
stealth?
armor doesn't play well with stealth.
Fair enough.
It doesn't work.
So are you a fan of the Fallout show, but you don't know what game to play? Do you?
Sure. We'll go, sure.
Sure. There we go. Just go with it, Widget.
Sorry.
No, so you go to Bethesda.net. There's actually, you can find it under the news section. There is a test that you can take that will point you towards which Fallout game you should play. You should dive into. If you fell in love with the series from the show, all of the big titles are seeing a big player boost from the show. You can take this test to decide which one to try first.
I was looking over this test after. I was like, oh, I'm gonna take the test. Let's see what it says about me. And I read the first two questions like, nope, I already know what it's gonna say because I could already tell which question was referring to which game.
Right.
So I already knew.
You know what it reminds me of? I think it was the early mid aughts. There was a website that was dedicated specifically to online quizzes, and you can make your own.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was this whole community of people that would make these different quizzes, and you answer the questions, and they would tell you like, what house in Harry Potter do you belong to, or for the TTRPG people, which Vampire the Masquerade clan you belong to. All these different tests, and this reads exactly like those tests where every answer is like, oh, obviously this question is connected to this answer.
Yeah. At least
Teaming
next
up with
time,
friends to rebuild
mix 'em up.
civilization and tackle monstrous threats together. I wonder which one that would be.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Managing an underground community and optimizing happiness and efficiency while sending brave explorers out to the unknown. That reminds me, I'm gonna get back into Shelter.
I haven't played it in so long. I've beat it a couple times. Well, beat it a while back, where before it had all the stuff that it has now, but where you get like you maximize your population, you max out the happiness, and then it's like, what else do you do after that?
True.
Like back then. It's a lot different now. They got a lot more bells and whistles. They got the wasteland exploration, stuff like that to dive into too. So
Come on, look at a question
it's,
for the more the merrier. Like, which phrase resonates with you? A, the more the merrier. B, home is where you rebuild it. C, what happens in Vegas changes everything. Or D, a happy vault is a thriving vault. Come on. 76, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas. and,
right. It's all right there.
and yeah, Fallout Shelter.
Man, how about the best way to play Fallout New Vegas in 2026? This is, of course, for PC players as you're diving back into it. And, of course, big draw to New Vegas.
Yeah.
But there is it's basically you play with a bunch of mods. And there's a guide out there called the Viva New Vegas Comprehensive Mod Guide. It is vivanewvegas.moddinglinked.com. And you go right to that, and it'll tell you exactly what mods you're going to want and how to set it up.
But this is mostly for making it run efficiently on your PC for modern PCs.
Mm-hmm.
No more random crashes or bad performance issues. I didn't have that issue.
Yeah.
I was playing it from Xbox Game Pass, I think, and I didn't have any issues with that. I would like to see a graphic rebuild, though. That'd be wonderful.
Oh, yeah. A good graphic rebuild.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that's there if you want it. Fallout 4 has quietly dropped several free DLCs.
Yeah, they did.
Which I thought this was pretty cool. These mods that are all free to grab right now include, and this is through the creations, so you got the Varmint Rifle, which we talked about that. The Tale of the Beast Hunter by Hobgoblin. Brotherhood of Steel T60 Pistol, which sounds pretty cool. And Revenge of the Grand Afs. No. Try that again. Revenge of the Van Graff. Von Graffs.
Von Graffs.
Whatever. They're all in the creation store. Y'all figure it out.
When and if I get
But
back
yeah, we got a
into
bunch of free cool
Fallout 4, I'm
free
definitely
stuff.
going to get the Varmint Rifle for sure.
Full disclosure, I am waiting a little bit before I get back into 4. Make sure it's more stable.
Yeah, me too.
Personally. Do you want to talk about this Open a Tamriel tome on the public test server for ESO?
Yeah, that's the one article I did not read before the show. Let me see here.
That was the first one you would have gone to.
I completely skipped over it. I did not see until you just brought it up. We have yet more exciting features for the upcoming update 49 on the PTS, the public test server, version of the Season of Dawn and Dusk, arriving on the PTS this week, including the PTS update, is an early look at the PTS-specific version of the Tamriel Tome, as well as the new character templates with unlocks for the night market that allow easier access to some of the content in the event zone. Okay. What's the Tamriel Tome, though? Oh, yeah, that's the Battle Pass system. So they're doing a simplified Battle Pass system on the PTS to get it tested out and see how it works for people. That includes the free, the premium, and the premium plus.
Oh, that sounds pretty sweet.
That is the one game I'm going to be getting back into soon.
ESO?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bet, man.
The more we talk about it and all these really cool changes they're doing to it, it makes me want to get back into it.
All right, gotta do it.
All right, fine. You guys talk me into it, but I think I'm going to wait for the new update to hit.
Before you actually jump back in?
Yeah,
into
when episode season 0 hits, I'm probably going to do it. That's April 2nd. So, or maybe I'll get in before April 2nd? That's still a ways away. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But ESO does have more going on. They have the February the 2026 survival guide. I don't know if I'm getting that. I completely jumped over you. Sorry.
No, you're good, man. ESO's more your thing than mine, so.
Yeah, they have the February 2026 roadmap. They have Hearts Week, which is their Valentine's event for all you lovey-doveys out there. Sharing the love during a new in-game event. This is a new version of it. Nice. So, community live stream, they have lore content and rewards happening February 11th through 18th. And you got Hasten to Hearts Day, the complete activities to unlock romantic rewards 11th through 18th. And they have two-sided deathmatch weekend. Seize bonuses, AP in the Battlegrounds PvP mode. That's 25th through March 4th. They have the White Stakes Mayhem going on still, which is going to be a short event from the 28th to the 4th. It's another PvP event. I never really touched PvP in ESO. I did it a few times back when it was like something that you kind of had to do if you wanted to get certain things. Now it's just completely optional, which is great. And it's all in one zone.
Cyrodiil?
Yeah. I think, yeah. So, Golden Pursuits, and which is the Hasten to Hearts Day. So, they've got mostly regarding around is Valentine's this coming month, which is to be expected.
Can we get less romantic for a minute?
Oh, please do.
Dark Horse has a new statue. Doom the Dark Ages, Doomslayer gets a hulking new statue. You're going to have to grab a couple of these.
Yeah.
This thing looks freaking... It's 14 inches tall, 9.5 inches around at the base. It features the Doomslayer
That thing's
with
really
a
cool.
shoulder cannon. Yeah, the ripsaw shield and a bloody flail. It looks
Bloody gore at his
absolutely
feet with a demon skull.
awesome.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. And they're only making 500 of them. And there's only going to be 500 units worldwide, and it's priced at a cool $320.
Get them now. It looks
Yeah.
like they're all hand painted. So I'm not surprised that they're only making 500 of them.
That's insane that they're even making 500 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do it.
And they're most likely
I
going
don't
to
have the
sell out.
patience. Oh, I'm sure they will. So if you want that, take the chance to do that. And Doom, the 2016 game, is now partially compatible with Switch 2.
I love that partially compatible.
So basically what it is that Doom 2016 will run on the Switch 2. However, there is a problem. They know about it. They're working on it, in which the game will crash on an autosave. It's a big bummer, but all you have to do is jump back in. Hopefully they're working on that. But I'll tell you a couple of things that Doom, the original Doom, does play on. There's a few in this article that I didn't even know, but apparently you can play remotely with your earbuds.
Remotely with your earbuds.
Yeah. This is a web developer, Aaron Sarkeesian. Thanks to him, Doom now runs on a pair of earbuds. More specifically, it runs on the Pine Buds Pro, which Sarkeesian explains on his site are the only earbuds with open source firmware. The buds have a CPU strong enough to run Doom with some minor tweaks. The site notes Sarkeesian cranked the CPU up to 300 megahertz in disabled low power mode, providing more than enough juice to run the game, albeit at around 18 frames per second.
Okay, dude. We got to feature some of these on our future episodes of where is Doom running now? And
Yeah,
this little comment.
this list, I was going to bring that up. Go ahead.
Yet another programmer has got Doom running where it doesn't belong. A Lego brick, a PDF, bacteria, 100 pounds of potatoes, a pregnancy test, and even a piano. Okay, the piano I get, because it's electronic piano, you can do it, sure. 100
Right.
pounds of potatoes?
I don't
What,
even
is that
know.
just your power
I'll have to
source?
find that one.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up. And
I'll have to find that one. A more horrifying option would be a Labubu.
oh, yeah. That is
This is
quite
like-
horrifying.
I guess this is like modern days kids' version of the Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's obsessed with it, and I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
They're
But this cyborg Labubu has a screen in place of its face, controllers in its hands, and a cheeky Nintendo logo on its backpack. Of course, with this beautiful, parenthetical, or horrifying invention, the question that bothered many people was, but can it run Doom? Well, Haro Satoy says, well, of course, demonstrated the gameplay by squeezing the doll's hands to navigate the game world and shoot. I mean, yeah. I don't know, man.
And just below that, I see Doom on the Anchor Prime charging station. So pretty much anything with a circuit board and memory can run Doom nowadays.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to continue
Pretty
this
much.
series of where is Doom being played now as
Yes.
the weeks continue.
A couple more things here that we got in the news I really want to get to. Starfield 2.0 update is coming, but apparently Bethesda's handling it in a, quote, weird way. And it has to do with, this comes from Mr. Matty Plays. Of course, he was allegedly at a meeting in which him and some other content creators were shown this new version of Starfield and this supposed 2.0 overhaul. Of course, he can't give us any details whatsoever, but based on his video, it exists. It's a real thing. It's just a matter of when it's going to come.
Yeah, keep in mind, though, that we've actually talked about on our previous show and this show that we fully expect Starfield to be being rebuilt. And with the Bethesda silence over the last year, made me really
Right.
think that that's the case, that they're really starting to change the game, rebuild it to be what the fans were originally crying for.
Right.
I don't know if that's necessary. I love the game, but yeah, there's things that could be fixed or improved. Sure, definitely.
Well, sure. But if you're looking for those things, Starfield's mod scene, that's
Yeah.
the place to go. And apparently people are more and more, as they're having issues with the game, they're not going to Google to try to find a solution. They're actually going into creations or into the mod list to figure out an issue, a solution. And this is what I was talking about. Wicked Gaming, if you're listening, we talked about this on our stream at StarCon. This is regardless of what happens to Starfield, we all love it. The community loves it, and we're going to keep seeing mods from the people that love it.
And they're talking about seeing Starfield 2.0 presumably will arrive alongside the second story expansion, the Terra Nomada. Again, this is a heavy grain of salt. I mean, yeah, everything kind of points to that happening, but there's nothing been confirmed or even hinted at by Bethesda.
Not yet. Some speculation is early this year, so we'll have to check it out. In the meantime, Starfield's modders have become the game's unofficial support team. Performance tweak, UI fixes, inventory improvements, navigation adjustments, they've all popped up. And I mean, that's not even to mention all the content, all the different content available.
Yeah. And Mr. Matt Plays was saying that the weird way that Bethesda's going about this is regarding how they're handling it, not the update itself. And I agree, Bethesda's been extremely tight-lipped about everything, which is very weird and not conducive to its community.
Well, in the meantime, we do have this. We do have our mods. We do have our amazing modders. There's a lot of great stuff out there. And it's almost Rule 34, in which if it's out there, you can probably find it in a mod.
Pretty much, yeah. Which is great.
Pretty
the
much.
modding community has been amazing in this game.
Yeah, it really has. And it's kind of, you almost have to mod it to get the best possible experience out of it.
I remember
Or
talking early on the show.
it elevates the experience.
When we first launched the old show, Starfield Raw, how I wanted to have a fleet. I didn't like the whole one ship at a time thing. And, well, King Gas said, okay. And they made a mod that fixed it.
Yeah.
That included it.
And that's barely the tip of the iceberg. Man, just for story content, you got the Veil, there's just a new one that was dropped. And these are like professionally made new content, fully voiced, meticulously crafted.
Yeah, I used to cringe
it's out there.
at the
There's
idea
so much
of
out there.
voice acted mods because they used to be absolutely terrible and garbage. But for
Right.
Starfield, most of the ones I've seen and played feel like it's just a part of the game.
Yeah, and that was a big thing for us. Actually, I think we talked about that with King Gath as well. That was their goal. When they make mods, they want it to feel vanilla. They want to make it feel like it's part of the original game.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're pretty successful, so they must be doing something right. If you're listening to the show and somehow you have missed the entirety of Fallout Season 1, it's now streaming on YouTube on Amazon Video's channel.
There you go. If you don't
The
have
first
Prime,
two episodes, the first two episodes are available now, and I guess they're dropping daily.
getting
Yeah.
people hooked on the show
Just
so
go-
they can go pay for Prime to get on Season 2.
It's a business.
It's worth it.
It is. It is indeed. Speaking of the television show,
All right. Before we get into the episode, I want to bring this up because that was awesome. So the office manager of one of the offices I work at, I handle 2 offices for the union I work with, and the office manager came in. His name is Andrew. The guy is great. He's a complete nerd. And he gave me this. He apparently went to the fan convention out here in LA and picked this up and said, I was thinking about you, man, and gave it to me. It's a Nuka-Cola cap, and it has a QR code
that's
for the
pretty
show.
awesome.
Yeah. And I
That's
got his
awesome.
case about why he didn't invite me to go.
So if apocalypse happens, you can buy 1 bullet.
Yeah, there you go. That might be another hour of survival.
And the great thing about this week is that the episode this week and the episode next week, 6 hours early, dropping 6 hours early. So instead of midnight Eastern on Wednesday, it's dropping at 6 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. Mrs. Kilo was very excited about this.
Was she?
She was thrilled about it. Yes, she was very excited about it. That was dropping early. She's so ready, she's so into the show at this point. I got her hooked.
Yeah, Mrs. Wood just going the same. She's been rewatching the first season on her own while I'm working, getting back into it just
Nice.
so she can get used to it. And as we watched episode 7, she had a few things to say and was really into it. And I had to apologize constantly for having to constantly pause the show, just leave my notes.
No. Yeah, I had to. Well, especially in the first, just the cold open, I had to pause a couple of times just to make sure I was getting everything.
Yeah. And then later on in the episode when they start jumping everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, the back and forth and the back and forth. Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the episode. It's crazy. But the first thing we see is the newly annexed Canada.
Yeah. And episode 7, the handoff.
Now, this is a big thing in the timeline of Fallout is when America basically takes over Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And it is not well received by the Canadian citizens.
No, especially because I heard them talk about internment camp.
Yes,
That
there
apparently
were
Steph and
Canadian.
whatever that lady was to her was escaping from.
That was her mother, Joan.
Mm.
And Joan was played by the still incredibly gorgeous Natasha Henstridge, who is a Canadian actor. If you are a child of the 90s, you would recognize Natasha from a lot of stuff, but especially the Species series in which she was like an alien.
I don't remember.
Who was, she was an alien who was basically copulating with human males in order to produce more heirs. It is gratuitous gore and sex, just like how good sci-fi movies during that period were.
Or recent Game of Thrones.
Or recent Game of Thrones, yeah. But yeah, that's Natasha Henstridge. And yeah, still crazy. So they're running through the woods, getting shot at. There's a vertibird, and then we see a Brotherhood of Steel knight step out, threatening to kill him, tell him to go back home where they belong.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes this suicide bomber.
Yeah.
That takes him out. But in the process, Joan takes some of the shrapnel and is dying. And right here, we get Steph's motivation and why she's doing what she's doing. Because Joan tells her, keep going south. She says, you cling to the highest branch you can find and you survive. And the next scene, we see her slit a dude's throat for a can of pork and beans.
Yeah. Survive however you can. I don't think that was really necessary, but sure.
Well, what this is demonstrating is what Canadians during this period think Americans.
Yeah, well, that was clear, especially at the border.
Jones said, "Don't think of them as human beings. Think of them as Americans." And then,
Yeah,
yeah, she kills the guard at the border too. Yeah.
yeah, that's what Mrs. Widget was like. Yeah, come on, her taking on a guard like that. Come on.
Right. Well, we don't know how she was trained. It got a little bit of a survivalist vibe from the mother. I think that they were tough women. They had the ability, apparently. Then we go to Vault Tech Tower.
Yeah, and did they really have to show Steph's eye socket during that whole sequence when they kept flashing back to her?
Oh, to
In
her
real
brushing her
time?
teeth.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she doesn't always. She wears the eye patch when she goes out.
Yeah. So I don't think it was necessary.
I mean, it's
didn't
just how
like
it
it.
is. I had a neighbor in an apartment we had a while back. The guy's no longer with us. Rest in peace. But he had taken some severe damage to the face, and when he was at home in his apartment, he didn't keep his eye covered. He
Right.
only covered it when he like came out or came to knock on my door, and then he would cover it up. But when he was just at home, I went over there. Yeah, he's just that's just normal. And she just woke up. She's getting ready for the day, so she hasn't put her eye patch on yet.
I know the whole reason why. I still didn't like it.
You just don't like it. Yeah, makes sense. So what we see here in
Back to the
Vaultec
halfway
Tower,
factory.
Lucy, yeah, yeah, happy factory. Lucy watching the floor workers.
And I had a thought about this. I was wondering, it'd been funny if they would like peek into their minds of these workers. Like, what are they really thinking? Is it like them screaming in their heads, like, "What the hell's happening to me? Why can't I get out of this?"
Like, I'm inclined to think it's a hamster on a wheel.
Mm. Well,
Just squeak, squeak,
Hank
squeak,
does
squeak.
later on say that it's wiping out all their bad memories and basically getting feed new memories from the mainframe.
Hmm.
And when he
Yes,
demonstrated a dial with Lucy about the amnesia control.
which is the screeching noise that we heard,
Mm-hmm.
the high pitched whine that we heard earlier that would pop people's brains.
I guess for this
And Lucy
device to
says, "I
work,
guess this is
they
one."
sorry.
No, 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 no. I was just gonna say, Lucy said this is one way to save the world. And Hank says, "Perfect is the enemy of good." From the stance of if you always try to be perfect, you're not going to get to where you need to be. This is a good solution, he suggests.
The golf cart.
Lucy gets driving lessons.
What's a golf cart?
What's a
That
golf
makes
cart?
perfect sense. I mean, you would think that in the vaults they might have had one or two of them, but I
Yeah,
guess
but they don't.
not.
No. So she's never had the opportunity. There's no simulator. Never driven a car. Absolutely hilarious. And
I noticed when they were
Lucy.
driving down the hall, though, there was that vault tech symbol. And I was
Yep.
wondering if this is going to be like a deep government bunker, like we have nowadays, that was
Yeah.
owned by Vault-Tec originally, but I'm certain it's not Vault-Tec anymore.
Well, we've been leaning. Well, of course, our own theory leads to the Institute being involved, but we've been getting a lot of clues to suggest that the Enclave is still extremely active, and that, of course, the Enclave being a part or what's remains of the U.S. government is
Yeah, the
closely
shadow
tied
government.
to Vault-Tec. Yeah, exactly. So Lucy here having a conversation. She kind of seems like she's kind of leaning towards her dad and what he's trying to do. And he says, "I wish we could have had a normal life, Sugar Bomb." And so we did have one, Dad. You wrecked it.
Yeah, that's not exactly the
Yeah.
normal life that he was referring to, but sure.
Right. But yeah, she suggests that, you could stop them. Legion's still out there. You could stop them. And he says, we could stop them.
That whole scene was interesting. It's like Hank's still trying to get her to convince her. He's still trying to get into her head about it because he's still technically her prisoner.
Yeah. Big air quotes around that one.
Big air quotes. Yeah.
I think it's all playing out exactly how he wants it to.
My favorite part of
Lucy
this
thinks
episode,
that she's
though,
in control, but she's not.
no,
Yeah.
of course not. We knew that from the start.
Mhm.
There's no way. He's gonna play her. It's a given. My favorite part of this episode, though, was the three amigos. I'm coining that.
Three three amigos and dog meat.
Yep. Because we have the three amigos walking through a desert town. A
Yep.
couple of ghouls, and of course, Thad was A+ in this episode. I swear.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of ghouls, am I right?
Yeah.
With, of course, the ghoul saying, "Yeah, we're heading to the Lucky 38," but then Max is like, "Well, we're in the wrong spot for that," and he needs
Right.
The ghoul just looks at him and says, "Hey, we got to get equipped.
Yeah, we need to kid up.
Kid up." Military for getting equipped.
I see why you and Lucy got along. It's like you both ask a lot of goddamn questions.
And I was just at the end of this scene, I put in my notes, that is so stupid. It's just freaking great. It's even endearing.
He's hilarious. He's the comic relief.
Yeah, very, very much so.
100%. But eventually that scene does end with the cold fusion and his plan to give it to Lucy because Lucy is a good person and he trusts her.
Which pacifies the ghoul.
For the moment.
He's got a gun. Can we overlook the fact he's got a gun?
You fought that guy? Yeah, in power armor. Still lost. Noted. And then we see Cooper and Barb pre-war, and we see that Steph was a maid in the Lucky 38.
Trying to
figure out how to get a job at Vault Tech. Yeah.
She wants in the vaults. Clearly she makes
it.
Yep.
Cooper tells her to ask Hank. And that's when
with Hank in the
Barb walks
laundry
out.
Cart passed out.
Yeah. Yep.
And then, of course, Cooper gets the politician out of jail. The one that was outside the hotel with her sign, or the American flag.
Yeah. He ends up meeting with her at the Wrangler Casino pre-war.
And they're talking about what he's going to do about the cold fusion, the diode. And when he brought up about giving it to her, she says, when he says, "No, I wouldn't do that," I get it. I would not give it to me either. At least she's honest.
Right. Because he asked her, what would you do with infinite energy? She said, give it away to the public. But then we learned that an unmarked government plane landed at McCarran Airport. The president is in Vegas.
And that's where they hatched the plan to give it to him. Which, clearly I don't trust, because we already know that this does not going to work out.
Yeah. Whatever's going on, this doesn't work. Then we go back to the three amigos.
In the weapon supply shed or building.
Mini toys.
I love that. It was so Fallout in there.
And Thaddeus coming up to the ghoul like, is this normal? He pulls down his shirt and he sees a little mouth.
I don't think Thaddeus is a ghoul still.
I don't think he is either. I've seen some articles online postulating that he was a super mutant, but I don't think he's a super mutant either.
No, he's something different. I can't place it. I looked it up too, because there's the look of him. His nose is still attached, and when he starts talking about wondering when his nose is going to fall off to the ghoul.
Yeah.
Even the look the ghoul gave him, he doesn't think he is either.
No. And the only thing that I could find, I searched a couple of different things. The closest thing doesn't even totally fit, but it would be a centaur from Fallout 3, which are some pretty grotesque creatures, half human, half other creatures. They have like 8 human arms for legs. It's total body horror.
Mm-hmm.
They have no shoulders. They got tentacles coming out of their mouth, and they have, if you look at their torso area, they have like these teeth and stuff that take up like their whole torso.
So the only thing that's really going off that is the little mouth on his shoulder.
Is the little mouth thing. So I'm not even sure that's it, because that was FEV combined with like hybrid mutation.
I wonder if this is something new that the show's introducing for the 5th Fallout.
Could possibly be. I read a lot of articles today about how, well, first of all, a lot of people are suggesting that, and this episode supports it a little bit, the House ending, in which House survives. It's like the Yes Man ending. And we had a couple people on our YouTube, thank you for the comments, by the way, that brought that up as well. I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but Emil said that the one thing that they're not going to do with Fallout is retcon anything. Going back and changing facts of the past to suit the current. They would rather look for creative ways to make it make sense, or just or not do it that way entirely.
Right. Not do it is the best route.
So that possibility of a new mutant, us seeing that, 100% possible. And I think at this point, I think that's what it is, because nothing else is really explaining it.
That's what I was thinking.
But it also,
there's nothing out there, so it has to be something new.
yeah. So the concept that the snake oil salesman gave Thaddeus FEV, this is giving weight to what may or may not be in store for the residents of Vault 31 now that they're on the surface headed towards Phase 2. It cracked me up. It looked like a M4 carbine or something that Thaddeus picks up. It's like, I could really use a scope. I need to find a scope. Maximus asks, why are you helping with all this? He says, in the wasteland, nothing's free. Mm-hmm. He's basically trying to make a deal for the cold fusion. Only one guy ever came out on top in Vegas, and that was Khaos.
And he rigged the game.
He rigged the game.
He did that, revealing the NCR 07 from my research, the NCR Ranger armor. Because the serial number, the NCR 0379, is marked for the NCR Ranger.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. And basically the ghoul convinces, he says, I'll help you, but you got to give me the cold fusion and you can get Lucy. Like, he basically paints him into a corner. He said, you always end up back where you started. And the ghoul's like, now you understand. So he gives up the cold fusion for the gear and the weapons. Oh, man. Norman.
Yeah.
Poor Norman.
Very quick scene reintroducing Norman. I missed this last episode. I wish they would have done something with it. I was eager to see what happens next on his story. And he does wake up to them. I'm calling them the... what did I think about last night? I should have wrote it down. I had a good name for this group, too. The Vault Tech Nuts.
Yeah. I mean, that works. They're basically deciding what they're going to do with Norman.
Mm-hmm.
And they realize he's awake.
And they're coming up with this protocol about execution. I highly doubt that's legit.
Yeah.
Well, if it's protocol.
Yeah. Oh, he's waking up. What are we going to do with him? Oh, knock him out. Oh, this can't be good for your brain.
Exactly. Knock him out with this freaking metal statue. Poor Norm. He's going to have serious brain damage.
Yeah. Well, dude's gone through, that's for sure. So's Chet. We open up on Chet and Steph. Steph's at the table working. Chet's picking up dishes. She does not give him a straight answer as to why. Yeah. I saw we're getting married tomorrow. I'm so excited.
Just curious.
But, why?
Why?
Chet, I'm working. And then he finds glasses.
Yeah, I put my notes on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I said, poor Chet needs to grow a pair. I wanted to bring this up because it's going to pertain to something later on, but...
Yeah, absolutely. When you ask about Woody, Steph reiterates Woody's sent to the Leadership Exchange Program in 31, which is what she said, Norman. And I don't think Chet's buying that at all. He shoves the glasses back in the garbage disposal.
He's not buying this in the slightest. You can tell in his face. He knows something's seriously wrong.
And we're going back to Vault 33. And hear the announcement.
Point in the show, I was paused doing my notes about the whole thing. And I wound up trying to talk Mrs. Wigit into playing Fallout 76 with me. So that might happen.
Oh. That'd be cool.
Maybe. We'll see.
So then we go back to Vault 33. And we hear the PA announcement, which cracked me up. Showers are outlawed. And so is flushing the toilet. And Mrs. Kilo... her audible response to this was, Betty's at her wit's end, though.
Yeah, she is.
She finally opens up the wall safe, pulls out the keepsake box.
Property of
Henry McLean. Henry, you and your secrets. And she gives it to Steph.
I'm wondering why she didn't try opening up that case before giving it to her. Or if she did. We just didn't see it.
Yeah, we don't see if she opened it at all. But then there's some talk between Betty and Steph. And Steph implies that Betty has people spying on her.
Of course
And Betty's like, of course I do.
Duh.
Yeah. You gave your word to divert the water. And whatever you're up to, I want no part of it. And Steph says, the deal's for the water. I can't speak for the future.
Yep.
Which
I can't speak for the future that's bigger than us.
obviously Steph has more up her sleeve there.
Yeah, I am
And then we
sure
go-
Betty does too, though. I'm wondering if Betty did open it and kind of replace what was inside.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I mean, Betty is not a stupid character, and she needs to start playing it smarter, especially against Steph.
Yeah.
Steph's willing to slit throats. I mean, if Betty is really concerned about her people and not just having the position of power like she seems to be, then that's something that she needs to do. But we go back to Freeside. We
And
see these people turning around, and here's the Three Musketeers.
Yep, the part I've been waiting for, the showdown with the Death Claws. At least it's setting up.
They're
for
all
it.
looking at us. You underestimate the power of brand recognition.
Yep. And they start chanting NCR.
Long live the NCR. Yeah. Kill the Death Claws. The Ghoul tells Thaddeus to take a sniper position.
This is one of the best parts of the entire show right here.
His arm falls
off.
That's why I thought Cerberus, the Centaur, because they don't have arms.
Yeah, and that's also another big evidence that he's not a ghoul. Ghouls heal; they don't fall apart.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
And
their body parts don't rot and fall off except for like their nose and their
they
skin.
seem to be having a medical episode here. His arm falls off. Come on,
Yeah.
dude.
If I can just get the finger on the trigger.
Yeah, maybe you should sit this one out. Your arm fell off, Maximus. Well, maybe if I can get the finger on the trigger. Dude.
Right. Yeah. And then we have Lucy's greatest look yet, in my opinion, is her in the yellow dress with combat boots.
Mm. Yeah.
It's a little tank girl. I dig it. And we got dinner with Dad. Aside from the little small talk that these two are having, the most interesting part is the NCR guy walking up and serving.
Yeah.
And Lucy starts asking him, "Do you remember me? Do you remember the new California Republic?" And the guy's just blank.
Yeah. You lived there
And
for
Hank
20 years.
Hank asserts that the NCR is just like the Legion. They all have their problems. And I think Lucy says something along the lines like, "Oh yeah, one is
Murderers, killers,
like
and the other side is vaguely problematic."
right."
And then she
Hank drops the pan. Yeah,
handcuffs Hank again.
she's pretty slick.
And this is where Hank
She
was.
looks like she's uncuffing him,
Yeah.
and she ends up chaining him to the oven door.
And you could tell in Hank that this is the one part he was not expecting her to do. Because then he starts to really panic. She's deviating from his plan.
This is a great line. I don't think it gives her enough credit from her time on the surface, but she says, "You're always a good father. Thanks to you, I'm not a fudging idiot."
And Lucy's hell-bent on shutting down the mainframe, and that's going to cause a lot of problems. I think that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens there because I don't think we see what's in that room
Not
later
yet.
on, but
No. Well, we do later on.
No.
Near the end of the episode.
Norm is saved by the cat lady, the girl that the one that's only been to Vault-Tec a week, who hadn't drank the Kool-Aid yet. And we see Lucy driving by herself.
And Norm's trying to call Lucy.
And trying to talk to his dad, too. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you tell us the truth?
Yeah, and apparently those golf cart lessons with Lucy kind of stuck in a way, because, she's hitting everything possible in an empty corridor, but she's getting there.
Right. She is moving forward, so,
Progress.
That's pretty good. Exactly. And then we got Chet and Steph's wedding.
Yep, this is where my comment says Chet grew a pair.
He did. He did. He was waffling it for a second there, and then he says, "I don't," instead of "I do." And Chet just basically outs Steph right there.
Yeah, but what cracked me up is that that moron that's officiating the wedding couldn't get through his head that he said "I don't," and keeps trying to get the ceremony to go on as if he said "I do."
Right. I now pronounce it. Oh, no. He's like, cold feet is perfectly normal after he says all that stuff about Steph. She's 200 years old and Canadian.
And then everyone gets mad when they say that. That cracked me up.
Right.
Poor Canadians.
You see Steph panics here for the first time. She's losing control. She runs away, locks herself in the overseer office.
And
then we go back to...
She's going crazy. Well, even more than she already is.
Yes. She's losing it. We go back to the strip, and we got the Ghoul and Maximus. We see a Deathclaw. It looks like eating a younger Deathclaw.
Mm-hmm. And I put that first line. Deathclaws. And
and the Ghoul says,
Deathclaw really looks like a matriarch.
Yep, big girl. Maximus is like, what do you want me to do? And the Ghoul is like, I want you between me and anything that looks like that.
Yep.
And we have like this Mexican standoff showdown at noon.
Exactly what
music
I put down.
going on.
The Western showdown music is epic for this. All we need is a doo-doo-doo.
But Maximus has
wah, wah, wah. That would have been better.
Yeah, exactly. Tumbleweed blowing across the strip.
Yeah.
Las Vegas Boulevard.
That would have been amazing.
But the NCR armor is freaking cool. It's got these blades on the arm.
Yeah.
This fight ensues.
What I was also thinking,
The Ghoul walks by at first.
why didn't he have some
Go
kind
ahead.
of heavy ranged weapon? You don't want to get too close to any Deathclaw.
Well, apparently because the Ghoul took the cool weapon. Because the Ghoul had a gauze rifle.
There was a lot of weapons in there. I saw a 20 millimeter cannon.
When Maximus is stuck, and the Ghoul is shooting at the Deathclaw bearing down on him, that is
Yeah.
a gauze rifle. It's one of the coolest weapons in Fallout 4.
Valid, I know about it.
The Ghoul is staring down this Deathclaw, and all of a sudden here comes Maximus and chops the thing's head off.
Right then, Mrs. Widget looks at me. This is the first time the Ghoul has been scared.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it pans back to Maximus getting thrown through thrown through the gate, basically releasing these beasts. And he gets up and she goes, "Oh no," right? And then right then Maximus goes, "Oh no." I was cracking up.
Perfect. But then we see the Ghoul walk into House's penthouse
Mm-hmm.
for the first time in 200 years. No signal is written on the screen. The chair is empty, of course. And this is where it kind of starts hopping around everywhere.
Yeah, constantly.
Because we go back to pre-war, Barb and Cooper, and Barb says the only way to save our family is to save the world. That simple.
I'm wondering if they don't
And we
actually get divorced.
Well, I mean, it was only suggested in the beginning.
Yeah.
It wasn't confirmed.
Right.
Because they say the one guy at the birthday party says, how is he doing kids' birthday parties? And the guy's like, alimony.
Mm.
So it suggests that they are, but you're right. We don't have any confirmation that they are. But maybe, I don't know, because there's the car that pulls up, and that's what they're talking outside of is that car that pulled up. But we go back to post-war, and the Ghoul is walking down the stairs. We see the Securitron.
Yep.
Then
And
we see
remembers
Lucy in
how
the
to
basement.
Activate the door.
To the mainframe room, and I don't know, the music was really bizarre in this part.
It really was.
It was very, I don't know if it was supposed to kind of put us on edge.
Yeah, it was off-putting.
Yeah, it was. And we see the Ghoul in the big red button on the computer console. Lucy's door opens. It's actually cuts to the Ghoul. It's actually cinematically, it was such a great cut from when Lucy opens the door to the Ghoul. And the Ghoul is looking at a cold fusion machine on his side. So Ghoul isn't actually with Lucy at that point.
Mm-hmm. They tried to make it look like that, like he was opening a door to see her, and it did fool me for a second. And I remembered that that's just not it. That's not possible.
It was real slick directing. It was well done. And then we go back pre-war, and Cooper is getting into the car with the Congresswoman and the president. And then the Ghoul starts the cold fusion reactor. And then pre-war, the president takes the cold fusion, and Lucy walks into the room of the door that she opened, and it's the Congresswoman's head in a jar.
Yeah. That was the nice little cliffhanger to end this episode, to lead us into episode 8, the finale. Well, the season finale.
Well, because then we have cut back to the Ghoul, and the screen is, after he starts the fusion reactor, the screen on the big computer boots up, and it's Mr. House.
Yes.
Well, hello, old chum.
So House made it into the computer, his consciousness.
Yep.
And he was just waiting for someone to power him on.
Start him back up. Yeah.
The amount of memory required to store a human consciousness, we don't even have that capability.
And we don't see in the... we have not yet seen a cryo chamber or a simulation chamber like the one that House is in at the end of New Vegas. Obviously, he made some other arrangements in the last 15 years. So that was pretty much it. We saw Canada, the Big 51 in the post credits. We see a
Yep.
battlefield at the border with soldiers strung up.
I had a question mark on the Big 51.
Um,
I didn't have time to research that. Do you know anything about that?
51st state, saying that Canada is the
Oh, okay.
51st state.
Gotcha.
Like all of Canada is the
I didn't know if that
51st
was
state.
some
Yeah.
town that I didn't know about or what, but
Mm-mm. Nope. That's what it was. And that was the end of the episode.
you realize that if he loses, we're all dead, right? Yeah, I got 8 caps. He starts betting on it. So that's the most entertainment they've seen in years.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see that the head is alive and Macaulay Culkin's going to be back.
Yeah, we get to see Macaulay again, which is pretty cool. I just got a couple of more things I want to talk about here while we're on the show. We got the big announcement. I'm playing Fallout 76 now.
I was so excited when he texted me telling me he's in it.
Yep. It was actually really cool because the last time I played, I've told this story before, was when Nuclear Winter dropped and they did a free weekend and I played it and I kept having to uninstall it, reinstall it. It was a big pain in the ass because I kept getting this bug where I had zero audio when I loaded into the game, the overworld of the game. So, I mean, pretty much unplayable, no sound whatsoever. I have not touched it since then. That was like fucking 7, 8 years ago,
Wow, yeah.
something like that. It's been a hot minute. When I started the game this time, I loaded into that character. So I was already in the game. I was at the Overseer's camp, which is like one of the first places you have to go after you
Yeah.
leave the vault.
Very quickly.
And yeah, and I spent a couple hours playing it. I'm up to level 6 now. I'm almost done with the Responders quest line. And I gotta
Well, that's
say,
just the beginning of that quest line, dude.
well, I know that's the beginning, but I'm almost at the end of it. I'm like, I can't remember. I've done so many responder missions.
Yeah, there's
At this
more that's
point.
going to happen later on.
Well-
you're wrapping up that section of it. So
Yeah.
you're going to be
Well, and
getting
then
into the main world now.
I went to the airport
Mm-hmm.
trying to track down the Overseer or whatever. I went there, and on the way, I ended up fast traveling to Vault 76 so that from there I could just walk to kind of cut my travel time.
Yeah, that's normal thing.
And yeah, well, when I did that, the ghoul was outside the vault.
Really?
So that was cool. Yeah. So apparently, if you leave the vault now, I was talking to King the same night I was talking to you, and apparently, if you start a new game, you have a way to fast track to level 20,
Oh,
which obviously I
or
didn't
level
take
30.
because
Yeah.
yeah. So I talked to them. I talked to a couple of other ladies that were at the bottom of the stairs that were not there last time. I mean, the game itself looks better. It looks different. It's working great. And King is absolutely right. The whole time that I was playing, I saw a couple of other players on the map, but I didn't run across anybody.
Mm-hmm.
This game, for the most part, has played like just a single player Fallout title.
It only becomes
Which
non-single player
I
when you
love.
want it to. When you're going to events.
Yeah, I did do an event. It was Fertile Earth or something like that. It's the one where the farmhand robots go crazy. You got to go around and take them out and then find the base and then reprogram them. So I did that one. The Scorched were a surprise because I thought the Scorched were just a special kind of ghoul, but they're not. They'll shoot at you.
Oh yeah.
They have guns too. I'm having a lot of fun with it so far. It is really cool, and the biggest thing for me personally, because I'm not an online gamer, is the fact that it does feel like a single player Fallout, and I can jive with that. Just do my own thing and explore the world.
And then it feels
everything
like
that. It's very
a single
cool.
player with a friend if you want to have someone join you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm on Xbox, Kilo Tango 1122, if anybody wants to jump on. A couple other things I got for today. Star Wars Genesis, of course, that's a big, big, big thing right now in Starfield. It's getting an update, 8.6. It's available to download. So if you've been looking for that, you can check that out now. I just got one or two YouTube comments here. We got a little bit of flack for our AI generated thumbnail. We were told to do better by Squid Zoo. And then All Talk, No Logic backed us up, said it's procedurally generated thumbnail. You can't expect them to handcraft every thumbnail. They are artisan YouTubers, which is obviously a gag at Bethesda and procedural generation, but it gave me a chuckle and I appreciated it. We are it.
Yeah.
We are Weird Chaos Media. We have a couple other people that have helped out. Of course, we have Kanoma, who does our music. Well, who we took our music from. And Metal created the artwork for the our show. Our show logo was by him, as well as what we use for our thumbnails on Spotify. But it's just us, man.
Yeah.
And we're trying to make this thing fly. And
he's not an artist. So
yeah.
we use the tools that are at our disposal to make this show as best as we can for everybody.
Yeah.
And if that means getting a little help getting the art done for the thumbnail, yes. I never deny that. I do all the editing.
Yeah.
He does a lot of the background stuff. He does all the social media. It's a two-man show, literally.
Yeah.
I'm still a noob at editing, but we're getting there.
Quite frankly, I mean, we run this podcast in the red.
Mm-hmm.
We're not generating income from it. It is costing us money to put this out. Well, it's costing Wigit here money to put this out. All the programs and the podcast hosting and everything like that. It's not free, so we're doing what we can. If we get big enough that we can bring someone on to absolutely do those thumbnails every week, then we'll do it. But
video edit.
That's
so I don't
that's
have
on
to.
yeah, exactly. That's very low on a very long list of things that we would like to have other people do.
Yeah.
Video editing definitely being one of them. But the other one I thought was really interesting was on another one of our shorts, and it's talking about what we're wanting to see in the future. And this is from Christopher Clanton, and he says, yes, we need more Starfield info, Starborn info, and expansions upon the temples, which I totally agree with. The temples they could have done so much more with that.
The epic temple run.
He says, I was left. Yeah, we know the temple run, absolutely. I got a mod that I only had to catch the stars once because I got tired of doing it. I was left with so many questions, and I want some mystery, but at the same time, just when we started learning, we were cut off, so it would be perfect for a DLC.
Yeah, we agree.
Which I agree. More Starborn. And then Mossy replied to our comments about him never going through Unity. He says, to be fair, I probably spent more time building that joined outpost than most folks who make multiple Unity trips. I just enjoy the game differently. I'd rather make a whole new character than roll into a new universe with an existing one. I feel being a Starborn is overrated, laughy face. It is very cool that the game will let you reach its main story quest end, roll credits, and then walk out of the Unity to continue your adventures in your original verse. I don't think many games do that anymore, and that's true. Thank you, Mossy, for that comment on our Discord. That's it.
So we're going to be getting into gameplay. I want you to take copious notes of your experiences in 76. This is your homework assignment. I want to know details about everything and what you think about everything. Because when we get to episode 32, we're not going to be talking about the TV series, or at least not breaking it down anymore, because we're going to do the final episode next week. And we're going to be getting back into our gameplay. So I look forward to doing that, and I can't wait to hear what you're going to say about it and what you think of this adventure.
Excited.
It's a completely different
I'm excited.
game
King was right.
King
was right.
King
I love
was
it.
right?
My partner Widget here was also right.
Long before King.
They were both right. Long before King, fair enough. It's a good time. I love it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. That's it. That's a show.
This is going to wrap up this episode. How do they reach us, my friend?
They would reach us best by going to our link tree. That's linktr.ee/wyrdkhaosmedia, WYRD. Chaos with a K media. And if you want to email us about advertising or business or pretty much anything, you can do that at wyrdkhaosmedia@gmail.com.
Exactly. Thank you. Oh, before I even say thank you and say goodbye, please like, subscribe, and comment on these episodes. Tell us what you think of the episode. Tell us what you think of Fallout 76, ESO, everything Bethesda. Let us know. And then while you're at it, join our Discord and do the same thing there.
Absolutely.
And the reviews on both Spotify and iTunes are also a giant help. We really appreciate all that, guys and gals.
Yep.
So thank you for listening, everybody, and have a fantastic week out in the Bethesdaverse.
Peace out.
Hey everybody, this is little mini Wigit over here. Well, technically my daughter Ivy is mini Wigit, but this is the newest mini Wigit. My 3-month-old Ethan. He just got done with napping food, so he's just kind of zoned out.
He's so cute.
What do you think, Ethan? I was hoping you would talk, because he's been such a talker lately.
Well, of course, you're going to put him in front of a camera. He's going to be quiet. It's the podcast curse. We've talked about this.
What's going on, Dad?
Yeah.
What's up?
He's like, what is all this stuff? What's up, buddy?
No spit ups, right? Okay. Little double chin. He's a chunky little boy, which is good. But huge.
That's good.
Little man is twice the size he was when he was born.
They keep growing, I hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a curse.